Hey y'all, my name is Julian, also known as the Beard Third Machine here on YouTube, and I'm biased if I flip it online and make YouTube videos about it. I think this is video number 13 in a row. I appreciate everybody that's watching, especially since I still don't have much of a voice, but we had a lot of orders come in, so let's get to pulling them. All right, so let's pull some orders. The first order that's sold is going to be a puzzle, Christmas puzzle. It went out for $17.88 plus shipping, 500 piece, and that is over here. I've had this for probably a long time because it was in the other room, and probably about 6 or 7 months to sell that one. All right, and here's a little pottery piece. Everybody was telling me that I was saying Longaberger incorrectly, or yes, incorrectly, because there's no two N's in there, but I like saying Longaberger. I don't know, it sounds better, and it flows off the tongue. But we got a Longaberger pottery woven traditional sugar bowl with lid. Went out for $14.99 plus shipping, and these are actually, again, selling way better than I thought. Sold within a week. All right, so the next thing that sold is this vintage West Side Stories pullover. Had this thing for a really long time, and it sold for $14 plus shipping. I've already actually pulled all the clothing, which is right here, and I'll go over that. And my clothing system is basically I just hang it up and then find it. So I really can't do that with the camera because it's hard to do that with one hand. But we'll go over some stuff that sold. The first one right there is the West Side Stories pullover, and the date on it is 1986. The next item that sold is a Woolrich chore jacket. This does not have the liner in it. If it has the liner, it goes for a lot more money, but this one sold for $35 plus shipping, and that one is right here. Super nice, but there's ones with flannel lining, or this is actually flannel, and they can go for 50, 60 bucks, but just a regular Woolrich one. This has been sitting for a while, and I got an offer for $35. I only paid a couple bucks for this at the Salvation Army, so definitely took that offer. All right, here's another sold item for Department 56. This is just one set of lights, went out for $10 plus shipping. It's in box 3 1A, but the thing is I've actually consolidated all that stuff. And all of now my accessories are sitting up here, and they're not in boxes anymore because this is all the accessories I have left. Remember, I had 3 whole boxes full, and now I only have this many, which is nice. And obviously that's pretty easy to find because it's easy to look at. And then these are the only houses I have left. Now 2 of these are old ones that I bought a long time ago, so I only have 3 of the original ones left. All right, so we had 3 socket sales. This one right here, it's a New Britain, went out for $8 free shipping. This is a Stanley made in the United States, went out for $13 free shipping. And then Jason from Scruffy City, Tennessee bought this one, going out to a viewer. Thank you so much for your purchase. It is heading your way. All right, and a Christmas sweater sold. Had this thing again for a really long time, probably 6 months, and from 1997, sold for $10 plus shipping. And it's right here. This is in pretty good condition. I'm really surprised it took that long to sell. And it's like Santa is embroidered and the rest is like a print, so it gives it like a 3D effect. Pretty nice, and extra large, made in the United States, and it was dated 1997 right there. So surprised that took so long to sell, because I think I've had it almost close to a year now. And just, again, glad to get these clothing items out of here, because I'm not a big clothing seller. And this weekend I have sold a lot of clothing items. All right, the next item that sold is a Cat Force Products hat, and it's actually not in that good a condition. I'll show you here in a second when I pull it, but it did go for $15 plus shipping. That's pretty good for a hat, because I think I picked this one up for like a quarter or $1. Definitely less than $1, so let's go pick that one. So all my hats are in this big hat bin right here, and you can usually see the ones that you're trying to find. I already found this one, and there it is right there. And you can see there's just some discoloration, but it's a nice looking cat hat for sure. Snapback. Pioneer Machinery, went out for, again, $15 plus shipping, so happy with that sale. So this item's really cool. A while back, one of my friends called me up and said, hey, I got a whole bunch of this stuff for free. I'm just going to throw it away. If you want it, come over and take a look. I said, absolutely. So I love free stuff. Went over, and turns out it was like a whole bunch of boxes of pictures of the USS Saratoga and the USS Kitty Hawk, and some other Navy pictures and some other stuff, and they're actually stamped on the back, like the date and what's going on in the photograph. So I lotted them up in similar items, and some I did separately, and some I sold together. And these went out for $15.99, and I've already sold a ton of them. And I have a whole box full. And I custom skewed them, and like I said, a lot of them are from the USS Saratoga. So here's the picture of it. It's really cool, and it has all the ships and the helicopter, and on the back of it, it tells you exactly what's going on in the picture. So very cool, and this is heading out, and you can't beat it for free. All right, and this is the one that we have to go to the storage unit and pick up. It is a Ping Moonlight 2 Sunday foldable lightweight travel bag. Went out for $105 plus shipping, and I only picked this up for like $8 at a Goodwill, so let's go get it.
Know that they ride or die. I keep boys by my side. Know that they ride or die. I keep boys by my side. Day we hustle, but the night we know that they ride or die.
All right, so here's the bag over in the storage room. It's really cool. It's like one of those ping bags, but it's foldable for easy shipping. Not too bad. And then we're gonna grab some boxes that we need because we're out at the house, and also my last case of the Snap-on blocks. Get one while you can. All right, so I'm gonna thank a whole bunch of people here that have bought this Snap-on paperweights. Now remember, if you do want me to autograph them, what you need to do is write me a message on eBay that says, hey, can you please autograph it? And I've been autographing the box and the actual paperweight. I don't know if it's gonna stick on the paperweight. I'm using a magic marker. I don't know, a Sharpie. But I'm doing the box and the paperweight. So it's, unless you ask me, one person just said, just sign the box. And that's exactly what I did. So we're gonna go through this. Again, this is insane. Thank you so much for so much support that you guys have been buying these. So let's get to it. Stephanie, your signed paperweight is en route to you. Kathy, you bought 2 paperweights. They're en route to you. Henry, your signed paperweight is heading to you. Joni, I think I've already thanked you once, but I'm gonna thank you again because you are written down on here. Your signed paperweight is heading out to you. Carlos, your paperweight is heading your way. Mark, your paperweight is heading your way. And Brian just came in. Your signed paperweight is heading your way, and you are Iowa Capital Pick and Flip. So I much appreciate everybody that's buying one of these. I can't believe that it's actually people are buying as many as they are. I have about a case left. So it's limited time here, so if you want one, I'd be picking one up soon because soon they will be sold out, and I much appreciate it. All right, so let's talk about something that I wish that I knew when I first started that's going to save time and probably money for the amount of money that I spend in tape. And what I'm talking about is having the correct box for the item that you're shipping. Now, we all know what's going on with the USPS and about these long boxes being like a thing of the past almost, about them raising rates on them, and I'm going to be switching over to basically UPS or FedEx, most likely UPS on them. But I have to buy the correct boxes. Then another specialty item that I picked up, I'm calling it specialty item, just because I've never picked them up before, and I had a lot of comments in my comment section, are you going to buy the correct boxes for them? And the answer is yes. And that's the little vinyl records that I picked up, right? They're 12.5 by 12.5 by very thin. To actually send one of these and build a box for it every time you sold one would take up so much time. Now you could, I guess you could just get 2 pieces of cardboard, thick cardboard, sandwich it together and tape around the edges. That's not what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna buy the correct boxes. So I did go on Amazon and take a look, but it turns out that, unless I'm wrong, and if you guys know, obviously tell me down below, it seems like Uline actually has the best prices on these. So, and all I did was I typed in LP record shipping boxes or something like that, and then I found out that they're about $1 some a piece, which isn't bad because I'm just gonna add it into the price, obviously, of the record itself. So now I'm in on almost $2. So if I sell them for $10 now, I'm only making an $8 profit. But the reason why I think that you need the correct boxes is because if you tried to sit there and say you sold 50 of them all at once, you'd have to make 50 of these boxes, cut up other boxes, take your time to do that. Then also the amount of tape that you would use, the incorrect like shipping, looking professional. It's just not gonna work. Now moving on to golf clubs, a lot of people have asking, hey, what box are you gonna be using for golf clubs? I have been searching everywhere for a 5x5 by 48 box. I can't find one. I looked on Amazon and Uline, and they don't make them. They make a 4x4 and a 6x6. So what I'm gonna do is I have just ordered, I went on Uline and I just ordered a 4x4 by 48. So if you order your shipping boxes for golf clubs, they've gotta be 48 inches long because they sell a lot of 36 inches. You can't fit a lot of golf clubs in a 36-inch box. Just think a putter on the low end is 35 inches. So you might be able to fit a couple wedges in there, but anything bigger than that, like in the iron sets, you're not gonna be able to fit them in there, and then you're gonna be using 2 boxes to sandwich them together. So you're gonna be cutting up boxes and costing like $3 to $4 for that to happen rather than, you know, just buying the 48-inch box and just cutting that one to size. And they seem to be a little cheaper on Uline. So what I did was I went on Uline, typed in golf club boxes, 4x4s popped up. Now I'm telling you right now, it's going to be a bear to stick a 460cc. That's like the size of the heads of big drivers. You're not gonna fit that in a 4x4. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna buy a couple 6x6x48s also, and that's how the driver is gonna be sent out, because they're not gonna fit in a 4x4 unless I can somehow manipulate the bottom to make it look like a bell shape, I guess. But we'll see how that works. But I'm gonna buy 100 of the 4x4x48s, and I'm gonna go ahead and buy like probably 25, because I don't have many big drivers, 25 of the 6x6x48s. And why I think it's so important for the right one, this is gonna save me a whole bunch of time. The amount of time it took me to actually Frankenbox those triangle boxes together, if you've tried it, you know it takes a long time, because half the time it doesn't work properly. They split the side up, and I use a ton of tape on these things, and also tape costs money. So the new boxes are going to be super easy, only a couple pieces of tape, they're going to slide right in. So I'm actually thinking that this is going to save me way more time and effort and money than I'm actually thinking. So the correct box is so important, and I wish I knew that when I started. So right there, that's everything that I do to be a full-time eBay reseller. I do appreciate everybody that watches, and you know I will always catch you on the next one.